So much to talk to you about. Let's start with COVID
Sure.
because this is challenging every school in the country.
Yeah.
Washington College is not unique in that sense, but how's it going? I mean, I know that you brought the kids back or a certain percentage. Give us the community a sense of where we are.
Yeah. In round numbers, I think about 40% are on campus, 40% at home, and the other 30%, which doesn't add up, so are in local apartments. So somewhere we got to round those numbers a little bit there. So,
Yeah.
but that's approximately what it is. So we've got about as many here as we do still living with their parents or wherever, and they all have single rooms, and they're still technically in quarantine for a couple more days right now, so we can check them and make sure they're all cleared. We had I believe, 2 or maybe 3 students that when they were tested, when they got here, tested positive. So they immediately go into isolation, but we had nothing happen since anybody's gotten here.
It's also impacting schools financially.
Oh, yeah.
How is that going?
Well, every school in the country has got to be taking a big hit. Even with some students back, the primary revenue generator at a private college is actually room and board. And so if however we count that, if say 60% or even 70% are not living on campus, we're losing a lot of money. We knew that coming in, and I think we know how to, there aren't very many options you have, and we'll deal with it. The really good thing, and I don't know if you get the reports from around the country, but there are a not insignificant number of schools that I think are going into panic mode. And you never want to second guess what other people do, but I do a lot. And we all do that. Without naming colleges, you keep seeing reports every week of some colleges laying off 25% of their faculty, and one down in North Carolina is getting rid of a third of their majors. And I know 2 in Chicago that I have worked with through the years that are both announced similar kinds of moves. And they all say they're doing it because of COVID. And a number of the bigger schools are eliminating half of their athletic programs because of COVID and stuff like this. In my opinion, they're shooting themselves in the foot, because COVID, we hope, is going to, sort of go away fairly soon. It's probably not going to be a miracle, but maybe it'll be a vaccine. It'll ease, and by next fall a little bit, and certainly more after that. So if you get rid of your programs and get rid of your faculty and the people that make the institution strong, what do you have left? So we have not done any of those things. We've been, I think everybody has been extremely rational and calm in the face of a terrible situation. And so I'm really confident that Washington College is going to come out of this roaring, because we haven't made we haven't gone into panic mode.
The last time we talked, or there around there, it seemed like there were 2 kind of scenarios. One was just dealing with a legacy debt issue that the college had, and then you had kind of a COVID impacted budget. Do you expect aid? Do you feel like there's a good chance that schools like Washington College will somehow be able to get some support either from the state or from the feds?
Yeah, we get a little bit, and you don't want to downplay any of that, because it's very much appreciated. But given the amount of money they need to pass around to the number of different sources, it will be a small percent of the hit we take. We've got to rely on, the thing Washington College has is we have these tremendous resources. We've got, for a college our size, we've got a very strong endowment and things that some of these other places don't have. And in times like this, you can see the value of that. It gives us something to fall back on. So, the college is not in any trouble if, because we've been, I think, rational. I think some of these other schools may be. And I have seen school I knew marginally up in New York just announced last week that it's closing, and it's really a tragedy to do that. But I think they were probably always one recession away from shutting.
You've been at it how long? I can't remember how.
Oh, they've been paying me for 5 months, but I've been thinking about it for longer than that.
And what's your prognosis? What are you going to tell the new president that will be coming in a short period of time about the state of the school, what its future looked like in the long run, but where are you in the short term?
First of all, my primary role in coming here was to try to do everything I could to position the college so they could recruit and retain the best potential president in the country. I probably told you that when we met in September. I'm sure you don't, no reason to remember that, but that's always been my primary objective. And I've told all the same groups that when they get down to their top list of candidates and people start visiting here and doing formal interviews, that it would be in everybody's best interest if each one of the candidates had a private time with me, and I could talk to them, from a perspective that no one else can. And I said, I can do the college a whole lot of good because I won't be dishonest at all. I'll be very open about these are challenges we have and these are things that we've done and where we're moving forward, but that the opportunities at Washington College far outweigh any of the challenges and are far bigger than they are at most places. So I think we have a great story to tell. So I'm actually pretty excited about it.
What are those opportunities in your mind?
So you go back to the strengths of the college. What is it well known for? And and outside of its foundations of having this beautiful campus and big endowment, it has this really strong reputation as being a high caliber liberal arts college in today's world, and being one that places its students extremely well in the job market. And of course, we have the calling cards of our centers and our environmental programs, but we also have Provost Michael Harvey and I are doing a series of fireside chats this semester where we're going to take 8 faculty members every Wednesday, so one later today, and we have a different topic of things that the college is currently doing. And our goal is to have them talk to us and tell us how we can support those to do better. We did one last week on experiential learning. That's how students get out and do hands-on activities and everything from internships to field work and with classes and things like that. And those are the kinds of things that go on here better than almost anywhere. And today we're going to be talking about 4:30 today. We'll be talking about global learning, our international study and bringing students in and that kind of exposure, which we also have just a really strong history of. So those are the things we're trying to bring out so that when the new president comes in, she or he will know, where the opportunities are.
I know that a couple of months ago, there was an awful lot of talk about unionization of the faculty. We haven't, at least the SPY has not heard much since.
If you do, tell me. I haven't heard. And I'll say it up front here now. I actually have no opinion on it, and it's inappropriate for me to be engaged in it. If and that's actually getting pretty close to labor law. I just don't get involved.
Yeah, fair enough. I guess it's just you also have taught. You've been on a faculty in your life career. Where do you feel like the mood is now? I mean, do you feel like there is a climate where everybody's kind of headed in the same direction?
Yeah. First of all, I think what everybody at the college, the faculty, staff, the students have done this year is absolutely remarkable to have made some very quick adjustments and try to find new ways of accomplishing great things. And that, it's just incredible. I can't imagine the extra work that would be involved in having to all of a sudden on short notice retool all your classes to an online environment when you're used to doing it. But they've done it. They've done it very, very successfully, which after you learn it, it gives them new opportunities to do things in the future. So they're talking about, we can Zoom supplement classes now, and we can, we don't need to have snow days anymore. If it snows like this, we'll just tell the students to stay home and turn on their computers. So that may be a good or bad. I don't know, because people sometimes like the snow days. But with all that said, the fact that people have endured all this and kept a positive attitude looking to the future is what's really, really important.
It was an interesting interview we did with the woman who's head of executive recruitment for the Academy Art Museum here in Easton. And, it was just kind of interesting to see what the market is like for this executive director position that they're looking for. What do you think the market looks like for Washington College? What do you feel like, this is such an important search, I'm sure you would agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so you really would love to see this work out. How do you see it from your point of view?
So this will be one of the biggest moves the college has made in 20 years. And so if I'm capable of having any impact on that in a positive way, that will be very valuable to me. I think part of my reason for deciding that now was the best time is I thought that Washington College was ready now. And if they weren't ready, we don't want to do this. But if they are, you don't want to wait, because if you wait, you just postpone. You want to be the first one out of the starter's gate. So this is the time to do it. Having been in this world for a long time, if I were 20 years younger, I would think this would be a dream job. Okay, I'm not looking to be a permanent president now, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
So I will not be in the applicant pool.
I wonder if there's anything else that you would like to make sure that the community knows.
Well, I'll just, you didn't ask it right out, but I know I talked to the faculty about this too. When somebody is leaving, it's always fun to come up with all kinds of reasons why. Unfortunately, none of those are true. Then the conspiracy theories are much more fun with reality. The reality is my role here was to get things in the best place it could be for a new president, and then to get out of the way. And my judgment, from if I have any wisdom over all the years, my judgment is that is now. And I'll miss Washington College, but I think it's very much in the best interest. So that was what I went to the board and told them. And after quite a few discussions, they understood what I was talking about. So I think everybody's hopefully approaching it with excitement now.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for paying attention to us and for all you do. Okay.
Okay.
We'll talk to you again.